Welcome to the first edition of Spikes Insider. I'm Allie Darwick. The Spikes came out of this past homestand with the 2-1 victory over the Batavia Muck Dogs and swept the Mahoning Valley Scrappers. Let's take a look at some highlights.
This past homestand was the best start in franchise history with 5 wins in 6 games. The Spikes started off the weekend winning the series over the Batavia Muck Dogs. David Washington fell into place with a grand slam and an additional home run in the series. Jimmy Bosco delivered his 11th extra base hit of the season. Carson Kelly and Steven Ramos also showed notable effort offensively. On July 4th, the Spikes started their historical debut as they beat their record of most runs in one inning with 10 runs scored, with RBIs from Bosco, Valera, Caldwell, Washington, and Ramos. The Spikes were defeated on July 5th with a close 4-3 effort. The Spikes closed the series on July 6th with a 5-2 victory due to a quick start with achievements from Carson Kelly and Ronald Castillo. Sunday, July 7th started the series against the Mahoning Valley Scrappers. Pitcher Chase Brookshire had his first professional start with no runs scored. However, he was relieved by Kevin Herget in the 3rd inning. Mitch Harris struck out all 6 batters he faced. Jacob Buden also made his first Spikes debut this weekend. Mason Katz had an RBI to start off the bottom of the 4th to put the Spikes on the board. David Washington continued his hot streak with another home run.
Hi, I'm Allie with Spikes Live. Today we're here to get the inside scoop on Spikes manager Ollie Marmol. Ollie, thanks for joining us today.
Appreciate it, thank you.
All right, so tell us, why did you choose to work in baseball?
Well, I've played baseball since I was 5, and I've always kind of loved the game. I knew at some point whenever I was done playing, I'd be coaching, so everything that I've always done has revolved itself around baseball.
And why did you choose baseball? Why not another sport? And if it was another sport, what would it be?
I tried basketball. I wasn't very good at it, so I figured the only way I can get paid to have fun on a field would be baseball, so I chose baseball.
Good choice. So who's your favorite artist, music-wise?
Favorite artist? I like Bruno Mars.
Me too.
Yeah, I do. He's a pretty talented dude. Yes.
And if you could go anywhere in the world, where would you choose?
I've been wanting to go to Tahiti. And stay in one of the bungalows with the glass floors and the whole deal.
So how was the transition from being a player to being a manager, especially because so many of the players are close in age?
Yeah, it was a pretty quick transition. Once I got released as a player, they made me a coach, and I kind of surrounded myself with very knowledgeable people regarding the staff, and they kind of taught me what it was like to be a staff member and what I needed to do in order to make sure that there was a good player-manager relationship.
What do you miss the most about playing?
Actually having a part in the win as far as on the field, being able to contribute with a hit or making a nice play. So that type of stuff, you gotta get a niche for, but yeah.
Like working with Smokey.
There's never a dull moment.
Right, the character.
Yeah, he's a character, kind of wild, very hard to control him. He's fun to be around. He's keeps the clubhouse nice and live. It's definitely a pleasure to work with Smokey.
Do in your downtime?
Downtime, there's a lot of sleeping going on and hanging out with my wife. She's here, she travels with me, so any type of downtime I do have, it's spent with her.
Do you have any pregame rituals, superstitions, anything that you have to do before each game?
Honestly, I don't. Somebody asked me that a couple days ago, and I really don't do anything before a game like the same way every time. Yeah, no superstitions.
Tell us, what is your favorite part about being a Spike?
Favorite part about being a Spike? Honestly, it's taking the field and having the support of the fans, seeing the seats kind of filled. It's a pretty neat environment to play in, so that's been my favorite part. It's just right before the first pitch, just looking out here and seeing people in the stands. It's been fun.
Well, thank you very much for joining us today.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Alex DeLeon and Luke Boyd had home runs as well. The Spikes ended up with a 12-3 victory. On July 8th, David Washington had yet another home run to start off Game 2 of the series, batting at Valera to put a 2-0 start early in the game. Despite 3 runs scored by the Scrappers, Bosco delivers to tie up the game in the 7th inning. Caldwell shortly follows with an RBI, pushing the Spikes out to a 4-3 win. The Spikes finish off the homestand strong with a sweep over the Scrappers. Castillo and Boyd had back-to-back home runs. Washington added to his list of RBIs to lead the league. Katz, Bosco, DeLeon, and Caldwell also had hits. The Spikes finished Game 3 of the series with a 12-5 triumph. Cesar Valera was chosen as New York Penn League Player of the Week for July 1st through the 7th. The Spikes have an exciting homestand coming up. July 21st is the Myrtle Beach trip giveaway, where 2 lucky fans will receive a free trip to Myrtle Beach. Finishing off the homestand is Super Splash Day on the 22nd, where fans can bring their bathing suits to the park for a full day of fun. The day will wrap up with post-game Kids Run the Bases.
That was a recap of our last homestand. Stay tuned as the Spikes take on the Lowell Spinners and Connecticut Tigers, and keep an eye out for our great promotions. This has been Spikes Insider, and I'm Allie Darwick.